Memorial, a field of 5 for a purse of $5,000. From the inside, St. Pete Star, Mark Campbell. Carnivore and Earl Smith. Outlaw Positive Charge, Terry Gallant. PH Best Man, Todd Treitz. High Low on the outside for Danny Romo. Here they come. Off and pacing, Outlaw Positive Charge springs the wings and goes quickly to the front. Looking good in the pocket at this point, that is Carnivore. As they go round the turn, Carnivore decides he's going to challenge Outlaw Positive Charge. And those two potentially hooking up in a bit of a speed duel as they go to the opening quarter. Outlaw Positive Charge tries to clear, can't at this stage, with Carnivore continuing to be brave in second. But Outlaw Positive Charge now gets to the front as they go by the opening quarter in 27-1. Outlaw Positive Charge and Carnivore racing in third, St. Pete's Star, then PH Best Man, and a little far back at this point, High Low, as they come off the 3/8 and move down the stretch for the half. They'll pass in front of us for the first time in this edition of the Walter Dale with Outlaw Positive Charge, Carnivore, then St. Pete Star moving to the outside. PH Best Man is there as well, and High Low has caught the field in fifth. They reach the half in 57 2/5. Outlaw Positive Charge, Carnivore on the outside of the track. Moving in third, that is St. Pete's Star. Racing fourth, PH Best Man now with cover. Then High Low as they head down the backside for the final time. Onto the 3/4, Outlaw Positive Charge, looking good. Then it is St. Pete's Star making the 3-wide move. PH Best Man now third, now second, and Carnivore with difficulties as they come round that barn turn. Continuing to lead it, Outlaw Positive Charge, PH Best Man. St. Pete Star is tight in third with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. PH Best Man, Outlaw Positive Charge, and St. Pete Star coming for the wire. Treitz is going to pocket another Walter Dale with PH Best Man. St. Pete Star in for second, then Outlaw Positive Charge, and the time for the mile, 1:55 3/5.
Three-fifths of a second away from the track record. 3/5 of a second, that's how close it was. And it's still going to take me about 45 minutes to get my heart rate back to normal, I think. That was some pretty exciting racing. Did you guys like that one? I tell you, that was one of the best races I've seen here for a while, and we've had some great racing today. But congratulations to PH Bestman, Todd Treitz for the win today. And yeah, it wasn't a track record, but boy, oh boy, you can't get much closer than that without breaking it. And I'm glad I was here to see it. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. You know, there's always the chip and pace coming up in the fall, though. It doesn't mean the record is safe forever. We want to say thanks to everyone for hanging in there with us tonight for this final race, and boy, it was well worth the wait. That was some pretty exciting stuff.
Here's your winner of this edition of the Walter Dale Memorial. For the 4th time in his career, driver Todd Trites brings back a Walter Dale Memorial winner. And for this time, he does it for owner Dr. Jim Shive of Shubenacadie, Nova Scotia. This is number 4, PH Best Man. Bred by the Walnut Hall Limited of Lexington, Kentucky. He's a 5-year-old stallion by Cam Best from the Art Escape mare Art Blanche, trained by Dr. Trevin Shive. 5th win of the season. Last season he had won at Woodbine Racetrack in 151-4. Tonight comes within 3/5 of a second of that track record that was set by Shannon Commander on a hot afternoon here at Fredericton Raceway, that coming in 1993 for Gary MacDonald. A little cooler here tonight, but a solid effort for the 4 PH Best Man. Congratulations to Dr. Jim Shive, Dr. Trevin Shive, as well as Todd Trites. 23rd career victory as this one closes in on $200,000 in lifetime earnings. Your winner of the Walter Dale Memorial, PH Best Man, the 4, with Todd Trites, returns $660 to win.
Todd Trites, your winner tonight in the Walter Dale Memorial. First of all, Todd, congratulations. That was one heck of a race.
Yeah, it sure was. You know, short field, but all quality horses. They battled pretty good, and yeah, it's about as much action as you could want for a 5-horse field, I guess. Yeah, that was nice.
Well, you know, they didn't want to make it easy for you. They gave you quite a run around there. How did that race unfold from your perspective, sitting behind the horse?
Well, they all get out of there pretty good. I decided I was early on that I was going to probably take a back seat with my horse and just see how things, progressed early in the race, because there's a lot of inside speed in front of me, or on the inside of me. So that was kind of my game plan early on, and then coming to the half, they were backing up just a little bit. So my horse is handy, but I didn't know if I could do it first up, but I wanted to move him and kind of get him into the flow. And then a couple other horses popped out in front of me, and I got to follow Earl, which I figured was probably the one of the best horses in the race. Carnivore down the backside, and at 3/4 pole, Earl asked his horse, and he didn't respond. So I took that opportunity to pop the plugs and drive on and try to get around him. And then just a matter of sitting through the last turn, I kind of had the one horse, which is a nice horse, finishes up good, had him behind Terry, and I just kind of set sail on the outside of Terry and waited till part way down the stretch where I tried to find my best ride, and my little fella dug in. He was just super. I'd like to thank Trevin Shive for bringing that horse up for me. He knows how big this race is for me, and he brought that horse up from Ontario to race here today, and big win for myself.
Now, Todd, were you thinking about the track record going around there, or were you just thinking, let's win this race?
I got to tell you the truth. I told my father-in-law just before I went out, I said, if they go in 2 minutes and I win, I'll be happy. But, I mean, it's in the back of my mind. I've been a 5th of a second on that track record a couple times, and you know what? It's kind of neat that it's still standing, so I'm okay either way.
All right, Todd Trites with PH Bestman, your winner tonight in the Walter Dale Memorial, time of 1:55 3/5, a pretty fast mile here at Fredericton Raceway.
Results of the 10th race are official. St. Pete Star, 2nd. Carnivore, 4th. Outlaw Positive Charge, 3rd. PH Best Man, your race winner. High-Low, 5th. Quarter 27-1, half 57-2. 3/4 126-4. Mile 155-3. From the top, 243,